And this is my latest crochet project. As you can see, it's a scarf, and this is a corkscrew scarf. And it's a very easy project to make. Start off with a chain, and the reason why I've got this left here is because I tend to make a long chain and then unpick what I don't need. And it's basically single normal chain, and I've used this yarn. It's a light pink, and the first row is 2 single crochets into each chain all the way down and then turn. And then the second row I've used 1 strand of the pink and 3 of this fine, really soft mohair type yarn. It comes on a huge cone. It's really for knitting machines, but it's fantastic for hand knitting because it's cheaper than buying balls of wool. And I've done 3 double crochets into each of those stitches, so it starts to corkscrew, and you can see it there. And then you do the whole of that line with 3 double crochets into each stitch, and when you turn around you go back and you do 3 double crochets into each of those stitches. And what I've done with this one is I've used more of the pink, the darker pink, and none of the light pink, so you've got a sort of colour graduation from the inside out. And this just goes mental and curls right up, but it takes a long time. I've been doing this for a couple of days and it's not as long as I want it to be yet. Still got this much to go. If you can see that, it's a long way to go yet. But it's a real, what you might call a yarn pig. It uses a lot of yarn. It's a very heavy project, so I wouldn't use anything too thick or it's just going to be a very heavy scarf. I always use fine yarn to do this because, like I say, it uses a lot of it and it gets very heavy. But it's something that you may never have seen in the shops. You never see anything like it. This is actually a gift for a friend of mine. I've made them before. I haven't made one for about 3 years. I use this yarn a lot. It's very fine, so you use 2 or 3 strands at the same time, and it is for knitting machines as well. It's probably about, I don't know, 2 ply, which I don't know what it is in American terms. And I'm using a size 5mm hook, plastic hook. So that's my current project. It's going to take me a few more days to finish this. And I was contemplating doing another row of the pink on the end, but do you know what? It's such a long time. It takes such a long time. I probably give up by then because I get very bored if something takes more than a few hours to make. Fortunately, I like quick fixes. So that's my project, and there's the yarn. And actually, this was a huge cone, about that big, and it's made jumpers and scarves and hats and gloves for, I've had it a couple of years now. It's lovely yarn. I don't know what it is. It came from a charity shop. No idea about its composition. I think it's got some wool in it because it really is. It smells like wool, if you know what I mean. It's got that sheepy smell, and but it's very soft, and as you can see, it's very fine. But it's lovely yarn. So that's my latest project.